Let me ask you, I want to ask you one question about the flag, because it has gotten so much press just in the last 24 hours, Governor. One of the lines you did have, and I know a lot of people found it amusing, in fact, if somebody were to come to Arkansas and told us what to do with our flag, we'd tell them what to do with the pole. That's what we would do. The Reverend Al Sharpton has weighed in, although he did call you John Huckabee, not Mike Huckabee, in a press release he put out today. And he talked about the midst of being in the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration and birthday before the primary. John Huckabee, obviously talking about you, has sought to divide this country between blacks and whites, north and south, by implicitly supporting South Carolina's right to fly the Confederate flag over the state capitol. How do you respond to Al Sharpton, or do you not want to respond to Al Sharpton?
There's no point. I mean, Al Sharpton has his own objectives for getting involved in this, and it's not about bringing a civil conversation to the table. Anybody who thinks that I have any issue about race obviously hasn't spent a lot of time in my state. I got 48% of the African-American vote. The speech that I gave at Central High on the 40th anniversary was a speech that was considered prophetic by many, because I called out racism in my own state. The racism in 1957 at Central High, I called it immoral. I called it a sin. I don't think I could have been any clearer. And I don't think anybody who knows the way I govern to ever accuse me of something like that.
But didn't Bill Clinton serve under that flag for the years he was governor? Correct me if I'm wrong, in Arkansas?
Well, I'm not sure. The flag of Arkansas is not a flag that I know of having any controversy. All
right, well, from years ago, and he has said on many occasions that his political mentor is a guy by the name of J. William Fulbright, who was a known segregationist. That's all true, right, Governor?
He was early in his career. I think later he renounced it, but in his early career he was. And many of the Southern Democrats, you know what I think people forget, Sean? It was a Republican president, Eisenhower, that brought about the integration of Central High School. It was also a Republican president, Abraham Lincoln, who signed the Emancipation Proclamation. Republicans have had a much better record on truly trying to bring civil rights than have been given credit. But the real hero in civil rights was Dr. King. And the fact is, it was the church and the prophetic voice of Dr. King. The government came dragging and kicking and screaming. It wasn't like they led the way. They followed, and they followed the leadership of Dr. King.
And Lyndon Johnson depended on the Republicans to get the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act passed.